George back again from the Rescue Dogs Band, Connecticut. Part 2, talking about making raw food for our fur babies, members of our family. Part 1, we talked about why our male Smooch had a lot of allergies. He'd get a lot of rashes. His coat wasn't nice. He was getting, slowed down. He's about 7, 8 years old now. And a holistic vet told us about raw food. And it was kind of expensive to buy it pre-processed, so we decided to start making it ourselves. Part 1, I said, and I'll say again, I'm not a vet. We did a lot of experimentation, a lot of research, and we see the way our babies react to the raw food, and they're way healthier. Their teeth are beautiful. We never even have to brush them. Every time they go for a checkup, the vets say, oh my God, their teeth are beautiful. Their skin, their coats, so much healthier with raw food. But anyway, as far as the cost and the breakdown, again, this is how we do it. So I'm sure there's people out there going to say, well, I do this or that, or my vet this or that. This is what we do. We use about 70% muscle meat. So that's like ground beef, chicken, ground pork, meat like that. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff. About 10% is bone. And yes, dogs can eat bones if they are raw. They can't have cooked bones. Raw bones, we give our dogs turkey necks, bone and all, which I'll show you some of. You could give them a drumstick, bone and all. Raw, it's got to be raw. All the food we give them is raw. But anyway, they need about 10% bone, 20%, 15 to 20% organ meat. That's liver, kidneys, heart, things like that. You can buy all this stuff in the grocery store. Okay, and I'm going to show you the tools. Oh, first let me talk about the cost. So typically we do about 80 pounds at a time, and our babies eat 2 pounds a day between the two of them. So that's about 40 days. That's 5-6 weeks worth. And it does take 3-4 hours, so be prepared. It takes some time to do it right. But we only do it once every 5-6 weeks. Cost-wise, the breakdown, say, would be about 40 pounds of chicken. That's with the bone. We buy drumsticks, thighs. You could buy a whole chicken if you want to cut it up. We started with that. It's hard to cut through a whole chicken, the breastbone and all that. But anyway, chicken you can get 79 to 99 cents a pound. That's with the bone and the skin on it. We typically pull the skin off so they don't get that extra fat. That's an extra step, and it takes some time. But anyway, so that's 79 to 99 cents a pound. Beef is always going to be almost $3 a pound. And I'll show you some of the food we have here. Pork, we buy pork roast, and I'm going to show you this. We try to get it when it's on sale, $1.69, $1.79 a pound. And the organ meat runs you about $2 a pound. Some of it, kidneys are less than heart and so forth, but just call $2 a pound. So to make this batch, that's going to be 75, 80 pounds of food, is about $150 when you multiply it out. Now, you know what good dog food costs. So this roughly comes to, say, $1.70, $1.80 a pound when you average it all out. And you figure out what you spend on dog food, which is, I don't care if you get the best food out there. It's a lot of filler and a lot of processed chemicals in it to make it last. Okay, So I'm going to show you our tools. And if I can get this out of the stand, I'm going to show you our babies too. So here's Smooch. Say hi, Smoochy. Okay, Smoochie's waiting. When the activity starts, they'll be right at my feet watching me do the whole thing. And there's Maddie. Say hi, Maddie. She's a good girl, huh? That's my big girl. Smoochy, you want to be in the movies? There's Smooch. Smoochie's our baby that had the allergies that kicked this all off. We got Smooch when he was about 8-10 weeks old. Someone threw him out of a car on the highway, and luckily I happened to be driving by, him and his sisters. Maddie, we went to make a donation from our t-shirt sales, and Maddie was there. She was about 2. She was at one of the rescue organizations, and she had a rough start to life. And we just fell in love with her. Who's my big girl? That's my big girl. Yes, that is my big girl. And we brought Smoochy to meet her. Who's my big boy? Come over here. And Smoochy loved her. These two doggies love each other. They get along so well. But anyway, enough of that. Here's our tool. I use this XTX Turbo Force meat grinder. I got it on Amazon. It's under $200. These are all the parts. I'll put it all together. You'll see in part 3 when we process the stuff. But this thing works great. It will grind chicken bones. So we throw a leg in there. It grinds the meat and the bone together. And remember I said you have to have bone in there. So this will not do pork bones. It'll do rabbit and chicken. Rabbit's very expensive though. Again, Amazon. Just bought a little kitchen scale. We only have to go up to 2 pounds. Here's ground beef. You can get this beef $2.80, $3 a pound. And we use regular pork roast, just like we eat. We try to catch this on sale, $1.79-ish. Because of the pandemic, everything's up a little. I think this was $1.99 when we got this. Chicken, just get drumsticks and thighs. This will run you 79 to 99 cents a pound. You go to some of the warehouse stores and you buy it in bulk, 40, 50 pounds at a time. They knock some money off too. And then organ meat. Got some pork kidneys, got some beef kidneys, got some heart. Here's some beef heart. And part 3, I'm going to show you how we do all this. So this is, these are the tools we use. And when we're all done, it'll be the 4 to 5 weeks worth of food for them. So, again, that was part 2. I hope we've answered a lot of questions about it. Part 3, we're going to show you how we process it. And my lovely assistant, Michelle, will be here. She's a big help with all this. She's the mama to our little fur babies. And we make this together, and it's a lot easier having 2 people doing it. So, thank you for watching. We'll be back with part 3. And you'll see more of the doggies, because once we start, they're standing right there because they like to sample along the way. You might think, oh my God, my dogs won't eat anything raw. Okay, you give them a little beef heart or something and you'll see them go crazy. One thing I should have mentioned, I don't know if I did before, if they're eating kibble, you can't just start them tomorrow on raw food. You introduce it a little at a time. So if they're eating kibble and you want to start with raw, you give them 3/4 kibble, 1/4 of raw, couple days, then you up the raw, and then by the end of a week, week and a half, 2 weeks, however long you want to string it along, up until they're eating raw. And then that helps their stomach to get acclimated. We noticed results like right away. Within a week or two of eating raw food, you could just see the way they acted a lot different. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll be back with part 3. Thank you.